Welcome to GMC Live Reviews, where we're live reviewing Serengeti Acacia camps, and in particular their migration camp. And we are here with Hope. Hope, thanks for guiding us. Hope has been showing us around the Kokatende, Lamai wedge areas this afternoon, and we quickly want to give you a lowdown on how the migration works, or Migration 101 as we refer to it. And we are standing at the moment the furthest northwest that you can possibly go in the Serengeti, and obviously the extension of this ecosystem continues then into the Mara Triangle and Mara Reserve. So what drives the herds north is a lot of rainfall. So the northwest gets double the rainfall that the southeast would get, and that's the Serengeti, the southern plains side, gets about 750 millimeters of rain a year, and the northwest, where we are now, about 1,500. So it's double the rainfall and more consistently all year round. You also have a scenario where Lake Victoria dumps a lot of moisture on the northwestern side, or the Masai Mara side of the ecosystem, which means there's far more water throughout the year. So the undulating kind of landscape that you will see here is probably what the Serengeti looked like 3 or 5 million years ago, before all the volcanic eruptions, and in particular Lengai erupted over the last 2 million years or so. And that deposited a lot of volcanic ash onto the Serengeti plains, which partly is the reason for very shallow swell, or the volcanic ash forms a very thick, dense crust where that effectively shallows the swell there. So everything dries out a lot quicker on the southern plains. So the moment the rain stops, a month or so, or a couple of months after the rain has stopped, the herds have to move away, because although the grass is more nutritious in the southeast, the northwest is where there's far more consistent water. So here you have the net results of what I've quickly explained, and there are a few other things that has an impact, and that is some fire that you see on the distance, and those are controlled burning by tinapa, which is always fairly controversial. And then obviously migratory patterns. Some of the herds this year moved across the Sand River, or the eastern side of the Serengeti, really quick this year, because we didn't have much rain towards the end of the rainy season. And so there was an early movement up the central sort of eastern part of the Serengeti, across the Sand River into the Mara Reserve. And we're looking here at the western herds that have crossed literally the beginning of July across the Mara River, and they've come from the Grumeti, or the western Serengeti side. And that's where we are now, mid-July, and a lot of wildebeest still here on the Lamai wedge side. A lot of wildebeest crossed into the Mara Reserve already, but still a lot on their way, coming from the Serengeti side, or the western side that we've seen from the air today. So in a nutshell, that's Serengeti 101. Double the rainfall in the northwestern side of the ecosystem, and half the rainfall but more nutritious grass on the volcanic swell. Karel Verhoef from GNC Live Reviews. We're live reviewing Serengeti Acacia camp, and in particular their migration camp at Kokatende, and we'll be showing hopefully 1 or 2 river crossings in the course of the next 3 days. So we'll speak to you soon.